March 5th, and we're talking handyman specials and fixer-uppers. You kind of have to wonder about the definition. What is a handyman special and what's a fixer-upper, and what criteria are we going to use? Right now, I'm using $100 a square foot as the list price to determine the value. And that's arbitrary. I also think that we should not include the condo hotels, so we're going to take those out. That brings us down to 16 properties. And I also think that we're going to omit the 55 and older complexes. So this leaves us with 10 properties that are available and active, that are on the market right now, that are priced at $100 a square foot or less. Now, if you follow my videos, you know I'm a real big stickler for watching the pendings and the solds. So we're going to look at the pendings right now to see what's happened in this criteria. In 2 days, this property went under contract, and we don't know the sales price, but we can see that the list price per square foot was $94. The next property in Zephyr Hills, 9 days to go under contract. List price was $89 a square foot. $56 a square foot, took 79 days. It'd be very interesting to see what that transaction occurred at. $94 a square foot in 17 days. $76 a square foot in 9 days. And I got to tell you, this property flooded twice in the last 6 months. And I don't know why you'd want to buy it, but there it is. And somebody is jumping in front of a bus, maybe. Here we go. Angus Valley, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 39 days to go under contract when the list price was $80.73. Moon Lake Estates, this is 2 residences for $89 a square foot. 47 days on the market. $199,000, 4 days on the market for $96 a square foot. And a block home went under contract in 2 days. They were asking $84 a square foot, and that's numbers way high because this is 2.37 acres, and this may have been a real good deal, but alas, it has gone pending. Now, I want to look at the solds because we're going to come back and look at the actives, but really you have to understand what is going on in the marketplace, and the only way to know what's going on in the marketplace is to watch the pendings and the solds. All right, this is a condemned home, sold for $30,000. They were asking $49,000. It took 4 days. Demolish order cannot be appealed. Alkin Acres, sold price $63 a square foot, sold in 3 days. They were asking $50,000, and it sold for $50,000. This is a gutted mobile home. Cadillac Avenue, $99,000, sold for $83,000 in 7 days. $84 a square foot was the asking price. It sold for $69 a square foot. Zephyr Hills, sold price $86 a square foot in 296 days. They were asking $99,000 and they sold it for $99,000. Sea Pines, Hatteras. Now this has got to be a related party transaction. This house is on the water and it's worth 200 and something. It sold for $100,000 in 0 days. So the realtor had the buyer and the seller, and they were able to put them together. And I'm sure there's a story there. All right, so there's 10 properties right now that you can buy that are $100 a square foot. Starting at the bottom, this is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. They're asking $80 a square foot, and it's been on the market for 8 days. This is a nightmare. Nightmare on Markham Street. Single-wide mobile home with land, 780 square feet. They're asking $76 a square foot. 225 days on the market. This one is actually interesting because it comes with an acre, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. They're asking $90 a square foot. It says average monthly fees $82.50. Now, I'm not sure about that. I guess maybe it is. Kent Grove has a community $990 a year. I never realized that. Kent Grove. Okay, this is a real problem. This has gone under contract several times. They started the rehab on it. They can't seem to close out these permits. It's likely that there's a problem with the 50% rule for homes in a flood zone. This one is maybe worth a little examination, but it's probably one to stay away from. This is interesting. They just dropped the price to $93,000. This is $71 a square foot. This is a move-inable. Look, it's move-inable. I don't think that's the right word. But anyway, $71 a square foot. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It's the cheapest home. I mean, I wouldn't call it a handyman, but it certainly is a wholesale. If you don't know what wholesale is, it's a combination of wholesale and retail. Investor special, amazing opportunity. 3-bedroom, 2-bath on a half an acre in Hudson. This has got to be a deal. All right, well, maybe it's not. It's $94,000. I can't see spending that, but it's $98 a square foot. You offer them 50 grand, that would be a deal. Caldwell, this is a runaway. This has a roof is caving in, and this guy bought it on a tax deed sale. You're just buying the land. He's been bringing this price down pretty consistently, 130 days on the market. And the guy paid, 15 or 20 grand for this on a tax deed sale. I mean, you could probably offer him 40 or 50 grand. I don't know if he would take it, but it sure would be interesting. All right, this is baloney. This is a $350,000, $400,000 property. They're having an auction on March 14th, and the list price is $138,000 to lure all value investors to come look at it. This is very interesting. I've talked about this before. This is a frame house, and it is on the corner of 2 paved roads. Apparently, they have a new roof on it. And interestingly, it says it has a diving board, but it's $61 a square foot. And it's almost an acre, 0.95 acres, $149,000, 133 days on the market. It's zone C2. Where are all the commercial people? They must have decided this is not a deal. But you could almost imagine putting a flower shop or something on here. I don't know this area, but yeah, I do. Trilby. I know Trilby Road goes to Trilby from Dade City. And the final home on the list, this is very interesting. $94 a square foot. It's 1.12 acres. It's 4 bedrooms. It's a double wide mobile home. And if you look at the 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1 acre market, let's look at that. The chances are I'm 8-9 minutes into this. I'm probably the only one here. So let's clear this and do a quick examination of why I think that's a good deal. So if we go and narrow down our search to Pasco County, we see that there are currently, where'd it go? There it is. Active. There are currently 3,270 homes available. And interestingly, that number was around under 700 during the COVID market. There are 109 properties. Always look down here whenever I'm doing these videos. There's 109 properties that are 1 to 2 acres. When we go to 4 bedrooms, we're down to 27 properties. And I'm sure this one's the cheapest one, Greensboro, $175,000. The next one is $270,000, $95,000 more in the pending in this criteria. And I talk about it all the time. If you want to know the market, you want to follow the market, you have to look at the pendings and the solds. This one in Osceola Heights, 190 grand. We're only going to look at the cheap ones. This one had a list price of $106. So on that list that we were doing at $100, this would not have shown up. I should do a video on the ones from $100,000. I mean, from $100 to $110,000. Excuse me, $100 a square foot to $110 a square foot to make sure that nothing jumped out there that looks a lot very interesting. This is $212 a square foot for $299, and 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, $135 a square foot in 44 days. Now we're up over $300,000, and these were all mobile homes. Let's jump on to the solds. In the last 180 days, there have been 57 transactions. I'd love to go back far enough to grab my NADA. Many of you came in on NADA, but let's look at this. These are the solds in the last 90 days on 4 bedrooms and 1 acre. And I may not be able to do it. It doesn't want to give me the list. Let's do 2 bathrooms. Yep, no, my screen is down. Oh, there we go. Look at this. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. The cheapest one sold for $272,000. We got to go make an offer on that Greensboro. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 1 acre is a great product. Oh, here's my NADA. This is the one that most of you came in on. This one generated a ton of calls. We were asking $285,000. We sold it for $290,000 by giving them a $5,000 credit. It went FHA. Sold for $141 a square foot in 17 days. Hey, I'm Randy Jenkins. I appreciate you watching these videos. I look forward to having the opportunity to compete for your business. Here's my contact information. I wish you the best. Oh, by the way, go to my Facebook page and follow me. I put out a lot of videos and a lot of content. Here, let me grab my Facebook page. Here we go. This is it, Florida Real Estate Partners. As you can see, waterfront Gulf Access homes. I did that video yesterday. First time home buyer discussion. I reposted that. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 acre below 400 grand. That was done 2 days ago. Vacant land discussion from March 2nd. If you're into vacant land, please. I love vacant land. I did the $100 or less square footage 6 days ago, but I wanted to update it, and that's what this video is. Finally, after 13 minutes, the odds are nobody's watching. So I can act however I want. And I invite you to like my Cody River SUP. It stands for Stand Up Paddleboard. And this is where I post my fun stuff, where I go to the various businesses on the river and I post my content, and I go by paddleboard. Wow, somebody reposted that. This is me at the Plant City Strawberry Festival. There's a dolphins chasing. Oh, this was a great night. This is Gill Dog. You got to go to Gill Dog with that live music. They just kill it over there.